Welcome everybody. My name is Michael. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but we have some pretty exciting news. A dormant wallet from the early days of Bitcoin. 10 years. 10 years, no activity, and suddenly you have $25.7 million that was moved. A dormant wallet that suddenly turned active. Oh boy, this is pretty interesting. So let's go into the details. Thanks for joining in today. I really appreciate every single one of you. We're slowly rising with subscribers. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, oh man, my head hurts so much. I have no idea what's going on. I'm sick. Whenever stuff like this happens, immediately someone thinks, oh, it's Satoshi Nakamoto. Or someone who knew Satoshi, right? Because there was not that many people who believed in Bitcoin even 10 years ago. So 2011, still a little while after 2009, 2008, but there wasn't that many people. It was still a pretty, very niche, small market. And either you must have been from a programming, software engineering background, from cryptography, or you were a very tech-interested millionaire that had a lot of money to spend, and you threw some money into Bitcoin because why not? Now, what's very interesting is the timing of this. So there was 791 Bitcoin that was sold when Bitcoin is about $32,000. And I guess if you bought 10 years ago, it's still profit. It's still $25 million for you. But there were so many opportunities to sell just even a few weeks ago that were simply better. Instead of 25 million, you would have had closer to 50 million. But hey, all right, it's still profit, a huge profit at that. Minor correction, there was 640 Bitcoins that was sold, but the wallet itself has 791. So even these 640 is still above $20.4 million at the prices that they were sold at. This isn't the first time a Satoshi era, early investor, 2011, 2012 wallet type deal happened where suddenly it turned active this year, actually. So earlier in March, there was another wallet that was dormant for many years, and suddenly, bam, huge amounts of Bitcoin moving, 5,000. So even though the wallet was in June of 2012 created, it was close to Satoshi's era. So Satoshi Nakamoto vanished. His last emails were on the 26th of April 2011 before he completely went offline. Now, there have been plenty of wallets that recently became active again, although they could have probably chosen better times to sell. So one of them had 5,000 Bitcoins that were transferred from a wallet. It was previously inactive for 7 years. Another similar move that was close to what happened in this one was noted at the end of February 2021. 2,189 Bitcoin worth over $105 million at the time were transferred from the sleeping wallet. A lot of early Bitcoin adopters are simply cashing in, probably retiring for the rest of their lives on a tropical paradise island or buying Lambos. As of June 2012, Bitcoin was trading at $5.27. Pretty crazy. It means that the owner of this wallet got all of his 791 Bitcoin for only $4,168.57, and maybe a small fee to purchase that. So probably $4,200 investment right there, and it handsomely paid off with a 616,418% return in approximately 9.1 years. No asset class has come close. You give him 10 decades, that's a century. You give him 10 years, 1 decade, there we go, and nothing, no stock, nothing will come close to what Bitcoin has achieved over the past 10 years. So a lot of people still believe that Bitcoin has a lot more room to grow. Maybe it hits $100,000, maybe $500,000, maybe not a super cycle. I don't really believe in that, but by the end of this decade, it's possible that we might be approaching $1 million or actually even surpass it. It's still all speculation, of course, but I doubt that 64,000 is the peak of Bitcoin, that's for sure. It's most likely not Satoshi Nakamoto who's actually withdrawing his Bitcoins. For all we know, Satoshi doesn't exist, or he is deceased, or she or they, and has been for years. So these are just early adopters. And I don't think we'll ever see Satoshi. Some of the early adopters that had Bitcoin, so much time has passed that due to the tragedy of life, even though they might have been very, very rich, they might have gone out in horrific ways or had the bad luck of getting a terrible disease. If you remember Hal Finney with ALS, there's been just so many terrible things that have happened to humanity. And I think that would be the saddest irony of it all. You would make millions of dollars with your Bitcoin and stand to make hundreds of millions more, potentially even over $1 billion or billions of dollars, but you go out in a tragic way, kind of like a Shakespeare novel. So that about does it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Apologize that I'm not as excited today, I guess, but just happy to be alive. So thanks so much for watching. See you guys in tomorrow's video, and have a great rest of your day. Bye. Low Roller Scratcher asked, hey, what NFTs did you get? Can you make an update video? And he got his, so I also got mine. There's Tweety. So this is a rare Tweety. And this, I think, is the one that I got from, tweeting on Twitter. That's kind of pretty cool, actually. Even though I wasn't able to tweet technically, that's what I wanted it. And since I hit it, you saw me hit it in the previous video, right? Well, it still counted it. So I have that, and I have Lola Bunny. And that's pretty cool. Awesome. So let me know, guys, on the previous one, if you were able to successfully get your NFTs. This is uncommon, so I didn't get any commons. I got an uncommon and a rare one. That's really, really cool. So we're going to find out what these are worth. Maybe the rares are going to be worth something. I noticed that some people said they purchased, so maybe those are going to be even better. Who knows? But we are going to have this going pretty soon, I'm guessing. So we saw that this should be live. Where was it? There we go. This should be live in 14 days. So we can already see the ones that have been created. Okay, there was a countdown timer, 14 days. Unless we're able to trade them right now. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's various Tweeties. Oh, I think I got that one. Yeah, so I just said Tweety and Lola Bunny, but there's a bunch of these. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm really curious to see what it's going to be worth. There we go. 13 days, 8 hours, and this is what I got. An uncommon and a rare. There's epic, legendary, uncommon, rare, and common. So that's pretty cool. Got uncommon. That's awesome. Maybe it might be worth a few bucks. Maybe someone's gonna get a legendary. That might be worth like $1,000. I don't know. But hey, it was free. So even if you get $10,